Things just took a huge turn in the NBA world as fresh reports have emerged about the Boston Celtics seriously pursuing Damian Lillard. This isn't just a rumor floating around anymore. Insiders are dropping major updates that could change the entire future of this team's landscape. From what we're seeing, the Celtics and Lillard might be closer than ever to making something big happen. What makes this story so fascinating is not just the team's interest, but also Lillard's apparent willingness to explore Boston as a destination, which is a massive shift from how things were perceived just a short time ago. Damian Lillard, of course, was waived only a few days ago, and since then, a handful of teams have jumped into the conversation, but none with as much intensity or intrigue as the Celtics. The timing couldn't be more interesting either, especially when you consider the dynamics around Boston's roster and their championship ambitions. While teams like the Lakers and Warriors have also been mentioned as potential suitors, Boston's case stands out for several reasons, one of which is the connection between Lillard and Jason Tatum. Their friendship, which goes way back, appears to be playing a significant role in this developing story. Sources close to the league have made it clear that Lillard holds a deep respect for the Celtics organization, and the mutual feeling seems to be strong. This isn't just a cold business move. There's genuine interest on both sides. Lillard's relationship with Tatum, dating back to when they played together for Team USA, has created a bond that could make Boston a particularly attractive landing spot. Both players have gone through very similar challenges recently, notably suffering Achilles injuries within a month of each other. That shared experience of recovery could make the Celtics a natural fit for Lillard. As he looks toward the future, the idea of these two stars rehabbing side by side and coming back strong together has sparked a lot of speculation and excitement. If Lillard were to join Boston, it wouldn't just be about next season. It's about setting the stage for 2026 and beyond, creating a new big three with Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Damian Lillard. Imagine the possibilities once all three are healthy and firing on all cylinders. The team could quickly transform into one of the top contenders in the league again, of course. Both players are expected to miss a significant portion of next season due to their injuries, but the long-term outlook is what really matters here. Lillard's decision to potentially sign with Boston is also notable, because it marks a dramatic change in his perspective. Back when he was with Portland, reports indicated he wasn't keen on joining the Celtics. Now, it seems like he's seriously considering it. This could be one of the best chances for him to finally grab that elusive NBA championship ring. Something that has been a major driving force in his career. Boston, with its strong core and winning culture, offers a real shot at that goal, especially once everyone is healthy and in sync. Financially, this deal could work out well for both sides. The Celtics have some flexibility with their salary cap, including a taxpayer mid-level exception that could cover Lillard's contract. Given that Milwaukee is still paying a significant portion of his salary, Lillard could potentially sign a deal in Boston for a much lower amount than his previous contracts. This situation creates a win-win where Boston gets a star player at a bargain, and Lillard gets a chance to compete for a title without worrying too much about the money. There's also the developmental angle to consider. Lillard's veteran presence could be invaluable for younger players on the Celtics roster, like Peyton Pritchard and others trying to make their mark in the league. Having someone with Lillard's experience and leadership could accelerate their growth and add depth to the team's offensive game. Even if Lillard's role is somewhat limited next season due to recovery, his impact off the court and in the locker room could be significant. Looking back at Lillard's career, it's clear he's been an elite performer for years, consistently an all-star and MVP caliber talent. While he's entering the latter stages of his career and recovering from a serious injury, his skill set is unique. He's not just an athlete relying on speed or explosiveness. Lillard's reputation as a deep shooter, arguably one of the best in NBA history, means he can still be a major threat even if his athleticism declines. His ability to hit long-range shots at clutch moments is well documented, and that kind of shooting is timeless. Boston's current roster construction means they are in a position to build around their core over the next couple of seasons. While they may not be the favorites to win a championship immediately, adding Lillard could accelerate their timeline and keep them competitive while the younger players develop. This makes the potential signing a strategic move, balancing short-term challenges with long-term goals. The Celtics know that next season might be a rebuilding or transition year, but the season after could be when the real impact happens, with Lillard, Tatum, and Brown leading the way. The friendship and mutual respect between Lillard and Tatum add a layer of intrigue that goes beyond just basketball strategy. They share similar family lives, with kids close in age, and their history of playing together internationally shows they have chemistry on and off the court. This personal connection could be a decisive factor in the negotiations and future success of this potential partnership. With all these factors combined, the Celtics' pursuit of Damian Lillard is shaping up to be one of the most compelling stories in the NBA offseason. It's about more than just adding another star. It's about building a team that can contend for years, recovering from setbacks together, and reigniting championship hopes. The season ahead will be fascinating to watch as this situation unfolds, and every new detail will add layers to an already dramatic saga. Digging deeper into this unfolding saga, it's impossible not to consider how Damian Lillard's journey has reached this pivotal moment, from his early days as a trailblazer in Portland, where he became the face of the franchise and one of the most clutch players in NBA history, to his recent injury struggles and eventual waiver. Lillard's career has been marked by moments of brilliance and frustration alike. Now, as a free agent for the first time in his career, the choices he makes will define not only his legacy, but also the future trajectory of the teams involved, especially the Boston Celtics. Boston's current situation provides a unique backdrop for this potential reunion. The Celtics, fresh off their championship victory a couple of years ago, have seen several key pieces leave or change roles since then. Drew Holiday, Kristaps Porzingis, and Al Horford are among those who have moved on or likely will in the near future. This shift means Boston's core is somewhat in transition, but it also opens up opportunities for reinvention and adding impactful players like Lillard. The idea of blending Lillard's scoring and leadership with the existing talents of Tatum and Brown is tantalizing for fans and analysts alike. One of the most intriguing aspects is the injury angle. Both Lillard and Tatum suffered significant Achilles injuries less than a month apart, and the prospect of them rehabbing side by side adds a human element to this basketball equation. Achilles tears are notoriously difficult injuries to come back from, especially for players who rely on explosiveness and agility. However, having a rehab partner who understands exactly what you're going through, who has been there before, can make a tremendous difference in recovery and motivation. It's not just about physical healing. It's about mental toughness and knowing you're not alone in the process. The potential for Lillard and Tatum to emerge from this recovery stronger and more synchronized could set the stage for a powerful resurgence in Boston's championship hopes. Both players bring unique skill sets and experience to the table. Lillard's deep shooting and clutch scoring complement Tatum's versatile offensive game and defensive abilities. When healthy, they are both capable of taking over games and shifting momentum, which is critical in the high-pressure environment of the playoffs. Adding Jaylen Brown into the mix gives the Celtics a trio of all-stars with the talent and ambition to dominate the league. Financially, this deal could be a masterstroke by Boston's front office, with the Bucks still responsible for a large chunk of Lillard's salary. Boston has the opportunity to sign a top-tier player for a fraction of what it would normally cost. The taxpayer mid-level exception provides flexibility, and the Celtics can use this to maximize their roster construction. The potential to add Lillard without sacrificing core players or giving up major assets in trades means Boston can maintain a balanced roster while significantly boosting its star power. But before we continue, please remember to subscribe to the channel and give the video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest news about the Boston Celtics. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. In what could be one of the most intriguing developments of the NBA offseason, whispers are growing loud around a potential 4-year deal between rising superstar Anthony Edwards and the Boston Celtics. While no official confirmation has been made, sources close to the league suggest that the Minnesota Timberwolves' explosive guard might be trotting the North Star State for the storied parquet floors of TD Garden. The rumor, first sparked by anonymous insiders and picked up by various NBA chatter platforms, has sent shockwaves across the basketball world. Edwards, fresh off a breakout season that solidified his status as one of the league's premier young talents, has reportedly drawn significant interest from multiple franchises. However, Boston, fresh off their championship run and known for making bold moves to stay on top, appears to be the frontrunner in this swirling speculation. If true, the signing would mark a dramatic shift in the Celtics' long-term plans. Adding Edwards' dynamic scoring ability and athleticism to a roster already stacked with all-stars could give Boston an edge in sustaining their dominance in the East for years to come. Still, fans and analysts alike are urging caution. No Paperwork has surfaced, no team statements have been issued, and no official sources have confirmed the deal, but where there's smoke, there's often fire. Edwards has long admired the competitive spirit and legacy of the Celtics, and Boston's front office has a history of pulling off surprising moves. Could this be another chapter in that legacy? Until there's an official announcement, this remains a tantalizing what-if. Yet, as the NBA rumor mill continues to churn, the idea of Anthony Edwards donning green and white seems less far-fetched by the day. Stay tuned. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Boston Celtics, please subscribe to our channel and give the video a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.